Good morning, children. And today we will be discussing exercise 3D. We have already discussed exercise 3ABC, and this exercise 3D is based on the multiplication of negative numbers and integers. So we'll be starting with our first question, and the first question is copy and complete. In this question, I will be telling you the first part and the third part. Okay. So the question says copy and complete. So children, in this question, you need to complete the multiplication of the integers. So 5, this multiplication sign is there. 5 into 4 is 20. 5 into minus 4. So the rules for multiplication was plus, plus, the result would be plus, minus, minus, it will be plus, plus, minus, minus, and minus plus will give us minus plus will give us minus. Okay, so 5 into 4 is 20. 5 into minus 4, there is plus sign here, there is negative sign here. So 5 into 4 will be 20, and plus minus is minus. Similarly, minus 5 into 4, 5 into 4 will be 20, and minus plus will be minus. 5 into 4 again 20, but here minus 5 minus 4, so minus we have plus 20. Okay, so this was the first part. The third part is okay. So 4 into 7 28, minus plus 4 into 6 24, minus plus it will be minus. 4 into 0 is 0, and 0 will not have a sign, so it will be 0. 7 into 7 will be 49, and minus will be plus. So there will be 49 here. You no need to mention this positive addition symbol here. It is already understood. If a number is written, then it has a positive sign on it. So minus 7 into 6. 7 into 6 is your 42, and minus plus it will be minus. Minus 7 into 0, it will be 0. So in this question number 1, first and third you will be doing in the fair notebook, and the second part you will be doing on the practice register or the practice notebook. Now question number 2, find the following products. Very simple question. Simply you will be doing, you will be finding the products of the integers. So 8 into 3, as we all know, 8 into 3 is 24, and both the integers are positive, so the final result will also have positive sign on it. Now second one is minus 8 into 3. So 8 into 3 again 24, but minus plus will be minus. Now question number 2, part number 8. You have minus 25 into minus 25. So minus will be plus, and 25 into 25 is 625. Part number 10, part number 9, 10 you will be doing in your practice notebooks. Surely you will be doing these in your practice notebooks. Part number 7. Minus 25 into minus 6. So this minus minus will be plus, and 25 into 6 will be your 150. So you can see, as you can see here, minus minus will give us plus, minus minus plus, minus plus minus, plus plus then plus. Okay. Question number 3. So in question number 3 you need to simplify, and in simplify you are just multiplying the integers. So the first part is minus 5 into minus 3 into 1. So minus 5 into minus 3 into 1. So minus minus will be plus. Okay. So 5 into 3, 15, plus 15 into 1 will be 15. Second part, minus 4 into minus 5 into minus 1. Minus 4 into minus 5 into minus 1. So minus minus plus 4 into 5, 20. So 20 into minus 1, it will be minus 20. Part 3. Minus 16 into minus 9 into minus 383 into 0. So children, in this question you can see the last integer is your 0. So if anything is multiplied with 0, it will be equal to 0. So please don't waste your time in multiplying 16 into 9, then 9 into 383, then you are multiplying 383 into 0. You just see at the end you have a 0, to put the answer as 0, because any number, any integer, any number multiplied with 0 will always give us 0. Similarly goes for the part number 6. Minus 8 into 27 into minus 9 into 0, it will be also equal to 0. Question number 4. What will be the sign of the product if we multiply together? What will be the sign of the product if we multiply together? 8 negative numbers, 8 negative integers and 1 positive integer. So 8 negative integers and 1 positive integer. So 8 negative integers. So let us consider an integer 1. So minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 into minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1. 8. And 1 positive into 1. So minus 1 into minus 1 will be plus 1. Then plus 1 into minus 1, minus 1. Minus 1 into minus 1, this will give us plus 1. Then minus 1 into minus 1, again plus 1. Minus 1 into minus 1, again plus 1. And minus 1 into minus 1, again plus 1. Then again you have 1. So children, from this question we understand, if the negative integers are even, if we have 10 negative integers, okay, but they are in even number, their multiplication end result will always be positive. What I am trying to say here is, if you have negative integers and their numbers and they are even, for example, if you have 2 negative integers, 4 negative integers, 5, 6 negative integers, 8, 10, 12, any even number of negative integers which are multiplied together, the answer will always be positive. Okay, so 8 negative integers and not positive integers will give us what? A positive integer. in second part, 21 negative integers and 3 positive integers. So 21 negative integers and 3 positive. So we already know if we multiply any number of positive integers, the result will be positive only. But here we have 21 negative integers. So 21 is an odd number. So if the number of negative integers is odd, then end result will be negative. If it is even, if the number of negative integers is even, the end result will be positive. This will be positive. But if it is odd, then it will be negative. So negative into positive will give us negative. So the end result would be negative. Okay. Question number 5. State which is greater. So in the first part you have 7 plus 8 into 9 or 7 plus 8 into 9. So here, question number 5, you have 7 plus 8 into 9 . 7 plus 8 into 9 or 7 plus 8 into 9. Which one is greater? So children, when you will solve this, you will add 7 and 8. So it will be 15 into 9. And here 7 plus 8 into 9. 7 plus 8 into 9 will be 72. So this will be 79. And here 15 into 9 is 135 is greater than 79. This is 7 plus 8 into 9 is greater than this. In the second part, you have 7 minus 8 into 9 or 7 minus 8. So here you will subtract 8 from 7, so you will get minus 1 into 9. So it will be minus 9. And here 7 minus, then you have 8 into 9. So 8 into 9 is 72. So 7 minus 72, it will be 65 with a negative sign. So this is greater than this. So 7 minus 8 into 9 is greater than this. Question number 6. Question number 6. Write true, T for true or F for false for the following statements. This question you will be doing in the textbook. Question number 6. Question number 1 you will also be doing in your textbook. The product of 3 negative integers is a negative integer. The product of 3 negative integers is a negative integer. So the number of negative integers, 3 is an odd number. So 3 negative integers will give us a negative integer. So first one is true. Of the two, second part, of the two integers, if one is negative, then their product must be negative. This question is saying that of the two integers, if one is negative, then their product must be negative. If one is negative, let us consider one is negative, then their product must be negative. Okay, if the other integer is positive, then the result would be negative. But if both are negative, then the end result would be positive. So this is false. Third part, the product of a negative and a positive integer may be 0. the product of a negative and positive integer. Since 0 is not considered as positive or negative, so if you multiply any integer, any negative or positive integer, for example 3 into minus 9, it will give us minus 27, but it will never be equal to 0. So this one is false. Fourth part, if a is greater than 1, then there is no integer b such that a into b equals to b into a equals to b. The question is if a is greater than 1. Okay, a is greater than 1. Okay, this much is clear. Then there is no integer b such that a into b equals to b into a equals to b. So a into b equals to b into a equals to b. So the question is saying that if a is greater than 1, there is no integer b such that a into b, b into a equals to b. So if a equals to 1 and if we take b equals to 2, so 1 into 2 will be equal to 2, 2 into 1 equal to 2 equal to 2. So a is greater than 1, so this will be true. Think and answer. Compare the sign of the product of two negative integers with the sign of the sum of two negative integers. So compare the sign of the product of two negative integers with the sign of the sum of two negative integers. So the sign of the product of two negative integers, minus 1 into minus 1, it will be plus 1. So the end result would be positive. And compare the sign of the product of two negative integers with the sign of the sum of the two negative integers. So two negative, sum of the two negative integers. So minus 5 minus 3, it will be minus 8. So this is negative. Second part, suppose the product of two integers is positive. What do you know about the signs of the integers? So question is saying suppose the product of two suppose a product of two integers is positive. What do you know about signs? So if both the integers are positive, 1 into 1, their product would be positive. But if both are negative, then it will also be positive. Okay. Question number 8. The Atlantic Ocean is sinking about 10 centimeter every 100 years. So it is sinking 10 centimeters every 100 years. Write a multiplication expression with integers that models how much the Atlantic Ocean will sink in 300 years. How many centimeters will it sink during that time? So it is sinking 10 centimeter in every 100 years. So how much it will sink in 300 years? So in 10 centimeter in 100 years. Okay, so how much it will sink in 300 years? So in 300 years, how much it will sink? So 300 years you have, so 3 into minus 10. Why 3? In 100 years, 10 centimeter in 300 years, 3 into minus 10, it is sinking. It is going below the sea surface. So this will be taken as negative. If it would have been rising, then this would have been taken as plus 10. So 3 into minus 10 equals to minus 30 centimeters. MCQ. Which addition expression could be used to check the product of 5 into minus 3? So 5 into minus 3, 5 times of minus 3. So if we look into the options, the D part, minus 3, minus 3, minus 3, minus 3, minus 3, there is 5 times of minus 3. So this is the correct answer, D. During a game, Priya scored minus 5 points for each question she missed. She missed 4 questions. What was the total number of points she scored on missed questions? So minus 5 for 1 and for 4 questions. So it will be minus 5 into 4. So it will be minus 20 is the number of points that she missed. Children, the questions that I have discussed on the board, okay, those you will do in the fair notebook and the remaining you will be doing in the practice notebook. Question number 9, 10, you will do it in your textbooks only. Question number 1, question number 2, question number 3, question number 4, question number 5, 7, 8, you will be doing in the fair notebooks. Question number 6 in your textbooks only. And the questions, the parts which I have discussed. For example, in question number 1, I have discussed 1 and 3. So you will do them in your fair notebook. Question number 2, question number 1, part 2, you will do this in your practice notebook. So the parts which I have discussed on the board, you need to do them in the fair notebook, and which I haven't discussed, which I have left for you, you need to do them in the practice notebook. I have specifically mentioned for question number 2, part 9 and 10, you need to do them in your practice notebook. Very important. Thank you, class.